Hello, Leo. Welcome to our Medicine Wheel Tarot reading. Our tarot reading right now, the Medicine Wheel, is entitled Messages from the Four Winds, or the winds from the four corners of the earth. Now, we will try to see what are the messages from the four corners of the earth for you in this reading, and at the same time, we will be using also the help of four spirit animals. For the south wind, or the wind coming from the south, it will be also represented by the spirit animal serpent, while the wind from the west, or westerly wind, will be represented by the tiger. The one in the north will be represented by the spirit animal crow. And finally, the one coming from the east will be represented by the spirit animal wolf. Now we have some crystals here. Now the one in the south, the westerly wind, will give us messages with regards to our lower chakras, and that's why we have here the black obsidian and also the carnelian, which are crystals of the lower chakras. And somehow the messages will be related to health, stability, maybe even career. The one in the west will be related to the fire within, also in the mystery. When you look at it, the quadrant here is red, while the quadrant on the western side is black. Somehow it's like in the west, the west is where the sun sets, and so it's like the mystery of the night. This will represent situations in your life right now that are still a mystery, things that are not very clear in your life right now, or things that you are not aware of at this present moment. The one on top will be in relation to your will be concerned with your relationship with your higher self, or with the spirit, or with your spirit guide. The one on the right will be in relationship to the people that you interact with in your life. So it can be also love for yourself and also love for others. So this will be somehow the main themes of the messages we will be receiving from our four winds. Now, I was looking at the central crystal earlier, and the message that came to me was the mountains and wilderness. Looking at these two crystals, we will start to see what is the message from the south wind, and looking at the crystals in this area, what I saw is a road leading outside a cluster of houses. It's like a road going out of a city or a town or a village. And the carnelian here shows me a mountain where there are a lot of mists. So you try to see if it resonates with you. If for some of you, you might have decided to move in a less crowded space where there is a view of a mountain and where there are certain mists. For some of you, maybe you even moved to a mountain region. Now, it is something that is related to outside a town or a city or a village. So it's more of seeking a quieter environment, seeking more solitude. Now, it can be that you already did it, you already traveled, or you're planning to do so. So this is what we can see from the crystals. Now let us try to see what is the message through the tarot cards. So from the south wind, let's see what is the message. When you go closer to nature, it's easy for you to find healing. It is also related to being grounded. So in a certain sense, it is related to the serpent. The serpent is something that helps us become grounded into nature, being more in touch with the core of the earth, being more in touch with Mother Earth. Now, let's try to see what is the card for you. Well, here we have here the Three of Wands. Somebody who has just started a certain project and he is looking at a distance. Actually, he's looking towards the sea, and there were a lot of ships. Now, what is on the mind of the person, we still do not know. It can be that at this present time, you are considering, or maybe you have already started a new chapter in your life, and you are looking into the future for possibilities. You are somehow contemplating of the possibilities in the future. You already started something, and somehow maybe you are either manifesting or dreaming of the future or planning for the future. It can be also that because you have left something behind, which is across the seas, you are sort of reminiscing of your past. Or maybe you are even longing certain people that you might have left behind. It can be also that you have gone ahead and you're expecting somebody to follow you. So somehow I feel that it is related to these two crystals which showed us a road out of a town going to a place where there are mountains and mists. So in a certain sense, it can be that for some of you, you really went on a travel, and the travel could have led you to a place that is quite distant, that you had to cross a body of water. And you have already started your life for some of you, and you are planning on how to further continue this new chapter in your life, or you are looking back in your past and maybe missing somebody, or maybe you are also waiting for someone to follow you at this moment. So to follow you also in this new environment that you have chosen to live in. So this is the message that I can see from the south wind. Now we will try to see what message we can have from the westerly wind. Okay, for the wind coming from the west and also through the tiger spirit animal, what I can see from the tiger's eye here is that it seems that somebody is watching you closely right now, watching closely the developments that are happening in your life. It seems that as you start this new project and you're making some progress already, maybe somebody you left behind is closely following up the developments in your life right now. It seems that with this stone, the blue sodalite, it seems that it is somebody that you are not aware of. Somebody you might know, but you are not aware that they are observing you closely or watching closely the developments that are happening in your life. And I feel that they are doing it secretly, as if you are not, they're trying to make sure that you are not aware of it, but they are slowly following up or closely following up the developments in your life right now. Okay, so it is something that you are not aware of. Yeah, in the area of the western part where the sun sets, there is something that you are not aware of, and that is somebody is following you up closely, studying very closely what is happening in you, in your life right now. Somebody may be at a distance and maybe using the social media to somehow have an idea of what is happening in you right now. Now, let us try to see what is the message of the wind from the west with regards to the tarot cards. Okay. I feel that whoever this person who is watching you right now, they are trying to decide whether they will get in touch with you or not. You see, this card here shows us, we have here Temperance. And when you look at the card of the Temperance, he has a wing on his hat and a wing on his Achilles tendon, okay, or his heel. And when you look at it, it makes us think of Mercury, who is somebody who sends or is a carrier of message, and maybe also healing. Maybe this person is in the process of healing right now, maybe has undergone some trials in life and is trying to recover now, but at the same time, she or she, whatever this person, the gender of this person is trying to weigh things, trying to decide whether this person will get in touch with you or not. And this person is from a distance. Somehow, maybe they'll get in touch with you, maybe through the social media, or maybe, I don't know if they will write you a letter, or maybe they will try to go to where you are right now. But it seems that this person is trying to weigh whether they should get in touch with you or not. It can be that person who is closely following up your development at this time. You know, this can also symbolize you, which is a continuation of this energy that you have. You have started something, and right now you are trying to weigh things so that you can fly towards the direction of your dream. This person is also looking towards the sunrise. It can be also towards the sunset. If he's looking towards the sunset, then somehow it can symbolize you, that as you start your new project, everything is still a mystery and you're still not sure how things will turn out. And right now you are working diligently to come up with the best combination that will allow you to fly towards the direction of your dream. So that's another possible situation or message that we can have from the westerly wind. Now let's try to see what message we can get from the northern wind. With regards to the northern part, or messages from the northern wind, what I can see here is a person who seems to be entering a hole in the earth. Somebody who is sort of going inside oneself. Somehow it's like that. If you can see here, it seems like this is a person who is entering a certain portal. And it seems that there is this person also who is sort of jumping into a well. For me, the message that comes to me is somebody who is undergoing enlightenment, looking at this amethyst. Both of these crystals are amethyst. The message that is coming to me is somebody who is undergoing transformation, undergoing enlightenment, and they are spending a lot more and more time going inwards, journeying into their inner self, learning more about the inner realm, their higher self. So somebody who is spending more time in solitude and spending more time in contemplation and meditation. Now let's try to see what is the message of the northern wind through the tarot card. So I feel right now that you also have that energy of spending more time discovering things, being receptive to the guidance of the divine in your life. Now, the message through the... Okay, here we have here the Eight of Wands. Yes, you are receiving a lot of messages from the divine. Now, I feel also that you are also in the process of healing yourself, healing your past wounds. I feel that these ones are the little thorns in your inner life that you need to give attention to. But you are receiving a lot of messages from the inner world, which can be symbolized by this flock of birds. A lot of messages coming from the divine. Now, these ones can also symbolize like you are being guided. What came to me are, vigil candles. When you set up vigil candles, it's somebody who has a special intention and in asking the universe to have these intentions answered. So what is happening right now, what I feel is that there are certain things also you are asking the divine to resolve in your life at this moment. So try to see if it resonates with you. But right now you are spending more time in prayer, contemplation, being alone, because it seems that the universe is giving you a lot of instruction and is teaching you a lot of things. Now let us go to the final corner of the earth where the easterly wind comes, and let's try to see what is the message from this part. Now, I see the moon above the land, and you gazing at the moon. I feel that you are, spending more and more time alone rather than being with people. When I look at the spirit animal, the wolf usually howls at the moon. It seems that for some of you, you like going out at night time, maybe in your garden. For some of you, maybe even going for a walk, for a short stroll, or maybe just gazing at the stars in the sky. For some of you, gazing at the moon. Because what I saw here is the moon above the mountains, and here I saw a person looking at the moon. So for some of you, you find consolation looking at the moon at night time, or looking at the skies at night. There is something about being close to nature at night that somehow gives you comfort and maybe consolation. I think it is part of the energy or spirit that you have right now of being alone, because it seems that you are receiving a lot of guidance from the divine at this time. So finally, Leo, let's try to see what is the message from the easterly wind through the tarot cards. Okay, so Leo, we have here the devil. So I feel right now you are in the process also of being reconciled with your shadow part. That part of you that it seems that right now your shadow part is trying to get your attention. You see this person extending his hand. The hair is a little bit disheveled. It's as if this is that part of you that was really neglected by you in the past. Right now, it seems that it's trying to get your attention may be asking you to recognize them as part of your past. And maybe if you would learn to accept it, you recognize that it is part of you, you might learn more lessons from it. Just as these instructions are. When we undergo transformation, when we start to receive messages from the divine, part of these messages oftentimes include healing of our past wounds. So I feel that for some of you, the reason why you long to be more alone is because there are parts of you that you need to give attention to at this time. Okay, so this is what we have for you with regards to the messages coming from the four winds. It's as if you have decided to go to another place, or you are already in another place and you are starting something new. It's like you're beginning your life anew. Somebody you left behind wants to get in touch with you and is trying to decide how or maybe when. But right now you prefer being alone. You spend more time in solitude and silence, listening to the guidance of the Spirit, and at the same time you are also being invited right now to undergo some shadow work. So this is what we can see for you right now. Try to see if it resonates with you right now, Leo. Okay, now we will try to end with an oracle card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So okay, Leo, you are right now in a contemplative mood, and it seems that you're beginning a new life and somebody is thinking of you. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. When I see a cactus is someone who is in the desert. It makes me think of a hermit. A cactus is somebody who survives in the desert. Actually, a cactus thrives in the desert. And the cactus also have a lot of thorns, which somehow makes me feel that you have good boundaries right now, and you have this, you prefer spending more time just being by yourself. In fact, when you are alone, you feel happy and very much at peace, just like a cactus who seems to be thriving in the desert. So for you right now, you find joy being alone, and being alone also, you seem to be thriving in that solitude that you are having right now. At the same time, it seems that you are also very particular in having good boundaries. You do not allow other people to impose on your boundaries or to disturb the solitude that you are having right now, because I feel that at this present time you value the messages that you are receiving from the divine. You are inspired to allow the divine to transform you to a better version of you, and part of that is the healing of your past wounds, being reconciled with your shadow. So you prefer being in the solitude of the wilderness or the desert, and you are guarding that solitude and silence very closely, which is symbolized by the thorns. That is like also a symbolism of having good boundaries. And the cactus is very healthy. So the more you spend in solitude, the healthier you become. I feel not only in spirit, in mind, and in the heart, but I think also physically. Because when you undergo transformation, even your body undergoes a lot of change towards health. Okay, so you find yourself already becoming more particular with the food that you take in, and also the liquid that you take in, and also the lifestyle that you are living. So yeah, there seems to be a an improvement in your life situation with regards to all aspects of your being. So this is what we have for you, Leo, for our medicine wheel reading, which is the messages from the four winds. I hope that it resonates with your present situation and that it has given you some insights on how to face your present life's challenges. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.